Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona. Hope you've all had a super fantastic sparkling tune-up Tuesday. Yes, it's that day of the week where we, oh, this crap up on the screen now. It's this day of the week where we fine-tune things in your business, fine-tune things in your life, make those little tweaks and changes. Sometimes it's a massive mind shift, other times it's just something small. Today was all about asking the right questions and asking the right questions to see if you are forcing a product onto somebody who doesn't need your product or doesn't want your product, or whether you're actually providing them with a product that they need at that point in time, if you are solving a problem that they have. If you're thirsty, need some water, thirsty, I need a drink. Need something to put my drink in, I have a water bottle for that. Personalized too. I have a personalized water bottle, look at that. I don't know if it's going to show up with this with the light on, but name is on there. Personalized water bottle. It keeps me hydrated. Well, the contents does anyway. But I needed something that I could easily carry around with me, that had a lid that's sealed, so that I could carry water with me instead of a plastic water bottle. I can now reuse this over and over and over and over again, and I have been doing that for over a year with this particular bottle. Because it's my 2020 bottle. I need to make myself a 2021 bottle at some point. But it solved a problem. I needed something that I could carry around easily to keep me hydrated when I'm out of the RV, walking around and everything else. So I have a water bottle for that. And it's reusable. Save the environment. But it's asking the right questions. Qualifying your clients. Do they need your product, or is it they may need a product that you don't have, but you know somebody who does have it, so you can refer them. It's always good to give referrals. I love doing that. So that's what today was all about, was asking the right questions, qualifying your clients to see if what they needed, to see if you were able to help them with a product that you have, or whether you needed to refer them to somebody else to help solve a problem that they have. And you might think you're losing a client, but if you can actually refer your client to somebody who can help them, they're going to remember that. And when they need your product or service, they're going to come back to you. So don't be afraid to refer somebody to a client. I've referred travel clients to other travel professionals because I didn't have the speciality that they needed. They wanted a trip, but I knew nothing about the destination that they were going to, and they wanted to get more of an insider look. So I was able to refer them to somebody who was a specialist in that particular destination, and they were able to come up with a brilliant plan for them, an itinerary that they went off and enjoyed. They got all the insider information that they wanted. They got off the beaten path. Had they come to me, I would have put them on a bus tour and left it at that. But because I was not that type of person, if I was an agent, I probably would have done that. But being the professional that I was in the travel industry, I would then turn and say, hey, that is not my specialty, but I have somebody on my team who is a specialist in that area. And I know that you want to have an amazing time. I know you want these off the beaten path experiences. I honestly don't know those experiences that you could have. But is it okay if I refer you to and give them the name of that person who is a specialist in that area and can give you that off the beaten path experience that you are looking for, that once in a lifetime adventure that you want? Would that be okay? Clarify it with them first. Explain to them why you're referring them. And a lot of times they're sort of like, oh, wow, thank you. Yes, that would be great. And you go across, they work with that person, they get their amazing trip. The next time they want a trip, they come back to you. Hey, now we want to go here. Okay, I know that way. I can help you with that one. Or, hey, I don't know that place, but I can definitely refer you. My specialities are these fields here, or, if they ask what your speciality is, tell them. But it's always fun to give referrals to others. And then I had some great connections today. Got to chat with somebody who I've known for a while now, and then got to meet somebody new. I like meeting new people too, and I like catching up with friends and that. And so a couple of really, really good conversations, and they were back to back and then on to here. So feeling a little talked out and a little brain fried right now. But before that, I got some projects done and some steps completed in those projects. I did not make it to laundry today. It is on my to-do list. One of my 3 postcards for this week. Postcards, cheapers. It's one of my 3 post-its for the week. Is to get my laundry done, because I need to get the sheets and the towels done. And so I've been saving up my laundry instead of hand washing. I've been saving it up so I can all get it all done at once. Um, um, yes, that's what I've been doing. So I've been working on my projects. So because of my calls and everything today, I didn't get over to the laundry, but that's okay. We will get there this week. And then my brain has been going crazy with ideas. I have a new idea notebook for one of my businesses, and I'm just writing in there different ideas for different things. And I was actually on a call with somebody, and I turned around and says, "Oh, this is this really cool image." And so I wrote down what it was about and what it was for and everything else, so I can go back and have a look at that and get that done at some point. So yeah, I came up with the idea of that. That was pretty cool, that one. It's a good card for chiropractors. So if you're a chiropractor and you want to see a really cool card to send to your clients, let me know and I'll make it. I'll get it up and I'll go design it and then I'll show it to you and see if it's something that you want to use. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, brain fried. So it's been a great day. I got a chance to read a little more of this. I still haven't even got to chapter 1 yet. I'm still working my way through the foreword and the introduction. But I talked about this book this morning. They Ask, You Answer, and it's got like 68 chapters in here, but they're short chapters. I think the longest one is like 8 pages. Most of them around 2 to 3 pages long. And the cool part is that you can open up here in the book. This must be in the middle of one of the 8-page ones. And you can just read a chapter as you need to, and they're nice short chapters. There is, it's mainly words. There's the occasional little drawing in here, and I mean occasional. But I'm looking forward to diving more into this book because questions are so important when it comes to service, when it comes to being of value to your clients or being of value to your customers. And if you've got a team of people, it is great to prep them for types of questions they will get asked by clients and customers, but also what questions should you be asking your clients and customers to be able to tailor your product or service to them to make sure that you're getting the right product or service into their hands. So questions are important. Always encourage clients and them to ask you questions. Make sure you ask questions so you can qualify them. And when you're doing something like a cruise, and I know cruises aren't up and running right now, but it's the only thing I can think of because it's what I've been doing the last 12 years, you've really got to make sure you get the right person on the right ship. Because if you get them on an okay, and I had one client who I had the perfect ship for them, the perfect cruise and everything else, but because there was one place they wanted to see in a destination, and that particular cruise line didn't go to it, but another one did, and I pre-warned them, I said, okay, I said, this is not going to be as good as this particular cruise line, and this is why. I said, but you're still going to have a really good time on there. It's just not going to be the exceptional time that you're looking for because of this. And but it went to all the other places, so they just had one destination on this cruise that they really, really wanted to go to, and there was only one cruise line that took them there, and I knew that this cruise line was not going to work for them very well. Yes, they would still have a great time, but I just knew that it wasn't a very good fit. And they came back and I said, so how was it? They said, well, that was not the right cruise ship for us. I said, I know. I said, we talked about this beforehand, and it's because you wanted that one special destination, and that was the only cruise ship that went to that destination. That's why we had to put you on that cruise ship, even though we knew, and I said in our conversations together, you already knew that this other cruise line would have been the perfect ship for you and everything else. And so, sometimes it comes down to that, the fact that you know that they're not on the right ship, but you have to put them on that ship because it's the only one that goes to that particular destination that they really want to go to. And this is like one of these once-in-a-lifetime trips, and you want to make it extra special for them, so you do whatever you can to make it special for them on the cruise line that's not quite the right one for them. And this is where having developed your relationship with your vendors comes into play hugely, because now you can go to your vendor and say, hey, I've got this special couple coming on board. This is their situation. This is their story. They would have gone with this other cruise line, which happens to be in the same family of cruise lines owned by the same corporation. But the only reason they didn't go on that one is because your cruise line is the only one that offers this particular destination, and that is the one thing that they want to see on this trip. They're not too worried about the other ports that they're going to, but there is this one port that they want to go to, and this is the only way they're going to get there. And it's the only reason they're on your cruise line. So I'm sorry to tell you that, but is there any way we can make it extra special for them? Because I know this is not going to be a perfect fit ship for them. And so with the cruise line and I, we managed to make it a very special time for them anyway. But they knew that the ship was not the right one for them. They said, even though you made it special by having this extra stuff for us to do and all of that sort of thing, they said we could tell it wasn't the right ship as soon as we walked on board. But we had had those questions, we had had the discussions about it, and this was one of their bucket list items. So sometimes you have to make concessions like that, but you're not going to figure all of that out if you don't ask questions. So questions are huge; they're important. It's you really are. So a client had an item on their bucket list that they wanted to do, they'd always wanted to do. This was their chance to do it. They got to do it. They were happy they got to do it. They just weren't thrilled with the cruise ship. But that's okay, because they had the experience that they wanted with this particular destination. So, if you don't ask, you don't know. And if you don't ask, you're not servicing your clients very well. You need to ask questions of your clients and your customers so that you know you're giving them the best of the best and giving it to them the best way that you can, and that you've got the right product, you've got the right service for them. So, after that, I am now going to head out and take a DOG for a WALK. Oh, I think she might be falling asleep in front of the recliner. She's kind of just sitting there with her eyes half closed. She's already done the running around through the windows and the door, and now she's laying by the recliner with her eyes half closed. she's trying not to fall asleep. It's funny because her head starts falling forward and then she pulls it back up. It's like watching a toddler when they don't want to go to sleep and have their nap. They start dozing off and they suddenly wake up. I'm not sleeping. I'm not going to bed. I'm not taking a nap. Some parents and grandparents will know that one very well. This is what my puppy's doing right now. Head down, snap it back up, open her eyes, look around. Oh, now I'm getting looked at. She's got her serious face on now. But anyway, I'm going to go take my DOG for a WALK. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. And we will catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Winning Wednesday. Yay! We get to celebrate tomorrow. Although we should celebrate our small wins every day, but we talk about winning. We talk about winning on Wednesdays. So we will catch you tomorrow for that. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Hei konera.